G'day guys, Aussie FIFA HD, and welcome back to episode number 5 of the GOAT to Glory. And let me just repeat what I just said there, the GOAT to Glory. Lads, I have finally come to a decision that we will call this year's FIFA 18 Road to Glory the GOAT to Glory. Now, I have had some sort of controversial arguments in the comment section and in the Twitter voting poll on Twitter, of course, about whether I should call it the Road to Glory or the GOAT to Glory, and whether I should, go along the road or go along the rules of a proper Road to Glory, or have the GOAT to Glory rules, etc. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Road to Glory obviously is something that you start from scratch. No money added whatsoever. You basically build from the bottom right up into the high, which what I did last year was, it was just fantastic what we were able to achieve in FIFA 17. But this year, as I just said, we are going to do or call this series the GOAT to Glory. Now, basically what happens is I've already started this. I've got 12k FIFA points on the account. I've only got around 5k now because I've played around 7k worth of drafts already. But basically I play 12,000 FIFA points worth of drafts on this account. And basically I take those coins and buy one marquee player. And that marquee player will be an icon. So basically I am thinking about buying Hullet as our main man, our main marquee player for this year's Road to Glory / GOAT to Glory edition. Now, it still will be a Road to Glory. The reason why I say that is because once we buy Hullet, the coins we have remaining, I'll probably just get rid of them, whatever, or I'll give them away or whatever. But basically, it will be a proper Road to Glory. However, we have that one guy that is just a beast. He'll be in the team for the rest of the year. Even if it's in the reserves, he will be subbed on at half time. And what I am thinking about is getting the 86 rated baby version of Hullet, and then we can work our way up. So when we get enough coins to buy the bigger one, we can buy him, and we'll keep the 86 rated version in the club so that we can do the 93 version SBC. Now, basically, to get the prime version of the icon, you need to do an SBC. I'm not sure what those requirements are. I have heard you will need the lower rated one, the middle rated one, combine them together to make the bigger one. Now, that will mean I'll need the 86 rated version of Hullet and the 90 rated version of Hullet to get the 93 overall rated. So, it will cost around 2 million or 3 million coins to do so, because this Hullet, the 86 rated one, is worth around 1 million coins. Now, I've done the math. When I hit around 6k down on my FIFA points, I was at around 500,000 points. So, I don't think I will have any trouble buying the 86 rated baby Hullet. But basically, what I will do is I'll get this Hullet, as I said then, and discard the rest of the coins that are left over, if I have any left over, and then basically start from scratch as a proper Road to Glory. However, Hullet will be our main man. So that's why I'm going to do it, lads. I do hope you enjoy this series. I hope I haven't made you turn up this series. I love you guys to death. You guys always turn up, showing your support. Like the videos, view the videos, and comment down below in every single episode. It is much appreciated, lads, from the bottom of my heart, and I hope I haven't turned you off this series. But I think it's a great idea. No one's ever done it, lads, and basically Hullet will maybe be our man if we can afford him. I was thinking of Henry as well. Henry, the 87 rated version, he's worth around 1.1 million, so he's actually not too much ahead of Hullet. So I could choose one of those, and maybe that's what I could do, is put a voting poll into Twitter as well of which icon I should get. But basically, lads, that is the way we're going to run this series for the rest of the year. And that Hullet guy, he will carry us through Foot Champions. He will be in every single Foot Champions squad. He'll be in every single reserves if I don't use him in the main starting 11. And basically, he will be our man. So I can't wait for this series to go ahead, lads. And my main concern this week is that I don't have quite enough coins to buy him, so I'm going to need to grind out these drafts before the weekend league starts, because if I don't get this done before the weekend league starts, I haven't got a squad. So, I mean, if I don't really have enough time to buy Hullet by the end of the weekend, I probably will just buy a cheap Premier League team to play in the weekend league and see how we go. But basically, by next week, we will have our Hullet, we will have him in our squad, and he will be our main marquee man for the rest of the year. But basically, lads, up in front of your screen today, you will be seeing a lot of drafts. I think I've got about 2 drafts, and like yesterday's episode, you're going to see a win and a loss for a draft. So, I did lose the first one, as you would have seen. I did skip through all of the results there, and as you see here, we're into the second draft. We did win this one, so you will see the gameplay. But for the beginning 3 or 2 games of this draft, you will just see the scores. But in this one, this is the final that you see now against this Inter Milan badge guy. And basically, I swapped off Benaglio for Dani Alves, and then Jesus went in that right position, and we were playing the 4-2-3-1, which is my favourite formation. Now, I haven't quite figured out whether it's a good formation for this year. Now, I do know that because defending's hard, it's probably an important thing, or a very vital thing, that you have two CDMs in front of the centre backs, because if you have a more defensive formation, you're able to defend well. So I think maybe the 4-2-3-1 will be my formation again. I did try out the 4-4-2 second variation with the two CDMs, and it actually went really well. I won that draft, in fact. You'll see that draft in a couple of days' time if I do get time to upload it before the weekend lead. But basically, the 4-4-2 was a very good formation. I was very happy with the way it played. It has two CDMs, and as I was saying before, those two CDMs, I believe this year, are very, very vital for keeping clean sheets, for keeping a good defensive-minded formation, and for at least trying to keep out goals this year. Because, you know, you should see my draft record. I've won a lot of drafts. I've won around half of my drafts so far I've entered, and I've been in a lot of finals. Now, I've lost a lot of finals simply because of bad defending, and I think that if I have a defensive-minded formation for the weekend league, we should go all right, lads, and hopefully, and I say hopefully, we could get top 100 this year, as we did last year in FIFA 17. What a moment that was, lads. Your support on that video too from last year in FIFA 17 when we got that top 100 finish was generally the best I've ever seen on this channel. I'm serious. I asked for 50 likes, and in the first 24 hours you guys smashed 110. That's just out of this world. I've never heard anything on this channel like this before. It was just amazing the way you guys turned up and showed your support. But basically, to get into this gameplay here now, lads, Ronaldo slots at home with a low-driven shot. Now, I have noticed the low-driven shots do go in quite easily this year. They are very overpowered once again. Likewise with FIFA 17, as we do make it 3-1 in the 75th minute, lads, and that will make us win this draft. Now, you're probably thinking, well, you only saw 3 games from this draft, but I did forget to put in the semi-final. I'm very apologetic for that. Sometimes I forget to press record, which is a big problem, but basically, lads, we did win that game, and as you'll see in the final scores on when the menu comes up of what prizes you won, you'll see what we did win that semi-final in. So as you see, lads, dominant performance in the final there, and as you see, we did win the semi-final 2-1, so not a bad result there. And in the final, lads, in the final rewards, we get ourselves a media pack and a premium gold players pack. I am a little bit disappointed that EA haven't upgraded the rewards for draft this year. It's a little bit disappointing in my opinion. However, in the first pack, lads, we didn't get a high-rated flare on the side of the pack as it is this year, but we did get ourselves Parolo, which isn't a bad pull because he's a very all-rounded player, and people want to buy him for their Calcio A side. So we did go for around 5 to 6 to 7,000 coins, which isn't too bad at all, lads. And I did indeed pop him up into the transfer list and checked his price afterwards. We do indeed go and send these to the transfer list, and I keep the silvers in the club because obviously when SBCs come along, silvers are worth a lot. So I am keeping all silvers and all bronzes that I pack in these packs from the draft rewards so that I can use them for future SBCs. But basically, lads, as you see up in front of your screen, the big pack, the time for it all, and as you would have seen on the title and the thumbnail, we got ourselves a walkout, lads. Inside, we got a high-rated flare on the side of the pack, and I see the board down, lads. I was thinking, please, something good, and Mr. Check Headgear fella turns up and walks around the back, lads. Not a bad pack at all. He goes for around 25 to 30,000 coins, or 20k, which isn't too bad at all. He will go nicely towards the coin total, towards that Hullet or Unreal, whoever we go with for the series. So I am very happy with that, lads. You see Bernardo Silva in that pack as well. And another player that I was very, very surprised was worth a lot was that Dembele card. And as you see, lads, Check goes for around 20k. He is going for around 30 now, because I think of the SBC Mane, I think that's why he's going for a little bit more, because I did pack him again, and you'll see that in a future episode. But basically, lads, as you see, Dembele, I could not believe my eyes. 27,000 coins for this guy, an 82 rated midfielder from the Premier League. Cannot complain. Absolutely not, lads. I'm very, very happy with that pull there. We got ourselves around 50 to 60 to 70,000 coins in return for this draft, so I'm very, very happy with that. And if I can keep this going, if I can keep these rewards coming out like this, lads, then we can get ourselves that Hullet by the end of next week. But lads, as you see, this consumable went for a little bit as well. All of the CDMs to CMs and all the cams to CMs go for quite a lot. I'm not sure why. I think maybe because a lot of CM positions are in a lot of formations, so you need them as a CM. But basically, lads, I am fast forwarding through this, lad, so you can see what I was just checking the prices for, and he has gone up in price. So check was around 16k, but now he's around 30k, because I did pack him just the other day. You haven't seen that footage yet, but I did pack him just the other day, and he was going for 30k. I think it's because of the SBC money. That is why he's going for that much. But as you see, Parolo, not too bad at all. I did indeed also pick up a deal with him. As I was searching him up on the transfer list, one popped up for like 2,500 coins. I'm like, yep, I'm snapping that up, and I made a few hundred coins on that. But as you see, Pereira also went for quite a few thousand coins, lads. Not too bad at all, and we did indeed cash out on this draft. Very, very happy with that. Let me know in the comment section down below all of your comments and questions for the series ahead. You guys know when the gameplay comes out, we'll be answering your comments and questions for future episodes. Your guys' support in the previous episode was genuinely amazing, so thank you ever so much for that. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you chuck your comments and questions down below, and I'll be sure to answer them in the next episode. That'll be it for me. I hope you enjoy your day, guys. Have a good day, and peace.